Well, today's the day I finally did it. Almost 2 decades since I've been down in the 200s. Today, my first weigh-in of a week was 299.3 pounds. I haven't been that low since my kids were born. It's a great feeling. I can't explain how good it feels that I was able to hunker down and stick to my plan with weightlifting, the exercise, the meals. It's been a struggle my entire life, but finally I was able to get a hold of everything and stay consistent daily, and I finally broke the 300 mark down into the 200s. I'm no longer a 300-pound fatty, so now I'm a 200-pound fatty. Still working on improving myself and being a better me, so I am pretty stoked. It's a good feeling when other people start noticing your changes as well. Yesterday I was at my Bible study and a couple of guys there were saying how I look like I've been shedding a lot of weight, and I told them that I was almost under 300 pounds and that was my goal, and today my goal came true. So now I've got to sit back and figure out what my next short-term goal is. I would say as far as weight-wise, probably about 275, 280 pounds, and that's going to be probably several months out. I don't think that's really obtainable in the next month. Once you start losing weight and you get to a certain point, your body is going to lose less weight every week. I've been a fatty for so long that I had plenty of weight to shed. Just being somebody that hasn't had a whole lot of exercise, sitting for decades, eating whatever I wanted to. As soon as I made changes, amping up cardio, doing weightlifting, cutting the calories, cutting all the bad foods out, the combination of all that was going to instantly shed significant weight. So I've been dropping about an average of 5 pounds a week, which is great. I know that's not sustainable going forward. Hopefully, probably in the 2 to 3 pound range. I think that would be pretty acceptable. So if you figure those numbers out, about 8 to 10 weeks, that's about 2 months. So I should be down about another 30 pounds, close to that 275 goal. So I'm eating what I want to eat. The choices I'm making are better. A lot of lean meats, vegetables. I'm a meat and potato kind of guy, so my go-to vegetables, potatoes. Broccoli's good too. I made fajitas today for lunch, so no butter in there, no bad ingredients, cutting out the oils, lowering the salt. Salt helps keep you from retaining water. So as much of that salt as I can cut out of my diet, the better. So I'm just making a lot of changes, trying to drink more water. The weightlifting is good. I like weightlifting. I'm getting stronger. I've been weightlifting for the past few years anyway, just not really super focused and tied into that. So now I'm, making that part of my daily routine for 5 days a week, doing the weightlifting, take the weekends off on that. But I just want to encourage you guys, if you stick with it, you will hit your goals. Like I said, my goal was to get under 300 pounds, goal number 1. Goal number 2, my main goal is to get off my high blood pressure medicine. I'm on 3 different pills, maxed out on those, and I've been taking my blood pressure since my last doctor's appointment, and it has dropped significantly. So I want to keep this going forward and see if I can get off some of those pills and regain my life and get back to just being a normal 41-year-old guy. It's weird getting away from the dad bod, because that's pretty much all I've ever known my whole life. I was a fat kid in school. For a couple year period after school, I got really fit, down to 181 pounds was my lowest, and pretty trimmed, lean and muscular. And then after several years of that, finally just slowly started fading back into my old habits, and I've been there ever since. So it is nice seeing the changes in the mirror. That does motivate me and keep me going forward. The first couple weeks, you're really going to be on the struggle bus. You're not going to see a lot of results. You might see a little bit of weight loss. You're going to be conflicted with the food choices that you have to make. It's going to be a struggle pushing through, getting all that cardio in, making sure that you're consistent with the weightlifting. But that's where the Bible reading comes into play, and staying mentally strong. If you can do those two things, it's going to make all the other stuff easier. I'm not kidding. I'm just telling you the Bible reading, that daily connection with God, is going to give you something that you can't get from anything else here on earth. So, Bible app, if you guys don't have it, download the Bible app. You'll have the verse of the day. At a bare minimum, just read the verse of the day. It'll take you 10 or 15 seconds. They do have a daily study guide on there, which there'll be a short video, 2 minutes, explaining the verse a little bit better in detail. So if you want to amp it up a little bit, do that. And then something that I do is I read a chapter in the Bible a day. A lot of times I'll just start at the New Testament or the Old Testament, and I'll just read through. But you got to do what works for you. Just at a bare minimum, like I said, just do that Bible verse of the day. Just make that connection to God, get in time of prayer, and then that will clear your mind and give you the tools that you need to tackle a lot of other stuff in your life. Things that are debilitating and things that cause you to go off track. So if you can get your mind right, it's going to make it easier when you're doing the cardio, when you're doing the diet. I hate to say diet, I say lifestyle change as far as what you're eating, because I'm not really cutting food out. I'm just choosing to eat different foods. So I'm not hungry. I'm not starving myself. I always make sure I hit my meals. In fact, I'm snacking and eating a lot more than I did in the past and being consistent about what times I eat. All that stuff's really important. So you got to do what works for you. I don't calorie count right now. I will at some point, but I've got enough fluff here that I need to lose where what I'm doing is going to keep working for a while. Once I plateau, then I'll dial it in a little bit more and be a little bit more precise. But yeah, whatever works for you guys, like I said, make sure you're connecting with God, mindset, and then come up with a plan and stay consistent with your plan. And that's going to get you to your goals. I'm a prime example of that. I'm down over 40 pounds since the beginning of the year, down over 25 pounds in the last month or so. And it's a good road forward. I feel better. I've got more energy. My mind's clear. I feel more excited about life. So there's a lot of positive benefits of shedding the weight, and not just shedding the weight, but shedding all the crap that goes with it. So I encourage you guys, any of you guys that are overweight, just jump on the program like I've been doing. Keep it really simple. Keep it measurable. Keep it something where it's not going to stress you out. Something that's not going to make you lose motivation. Find your whys. My whys are my kids, my health. I know that's, something that everybody talks about, find your whys, but you have to have something that is motivating you. So when I make those food choices, I think, is this going to help me get to my health goal, or is this going to hamper me? So if I want to get off my high blood pressure medicine and I want to feel better, I need to make that choice. So right now, my health and being there for my kids and my wife is more important than the food that I'm putting in my body. I made a lot of bad decisions over the past 20 years, but now I've got my mind around it. And it's just going to be a consistent pace forward. Once I get to a point where I feel comfortable, then, of course I'll have a cheat meal here and there. But it's going to be something that I'm going to plan out, something that's measured. It's not going to be sporadic. That's what's important. There is no magic pill that I'm taking. Supplements, the only supplement that I take right now is protein. I like to have the pre-mixed protein. Quest makes a good product, Premier Protein. The protein shakes, that's the only supplement that I use right now. Down the road, I could use other stuff, but right now I'm keeping it bare bones and very, very simple. Everything that I'm doing is stuff that you can do without spending a bunch of money, without doing a lot of planning, without doing a lot of organizing. And that's important too, because some people get carried away and they get overwhelmed by what they see all these weight loss people doing on TV. You have to count your calories every time. You have to eat this kind of food. You have to weigh this. You have to do this. You have to do that. If you're coming from a 5,000 to 7,000 calorie diet and you're cutting that in half, honest to God, there's no point in really measuring that at first because you're going to drop significant weight. You're going to know when you get on that scale what you're doing is right. You're going to lose weight. If you're going from no cardio to doing an hour of cardio a day, you're going to be burning calories. You're going to put yourself in a calorie deficit. If you're lifting weights, you're going to build muscle. You're going to increase your metabolism. It's just, this is all the elementary stuff. So don't overthink this. Don't make it harder on yourself than it needs to be. Keep it very simple. The most important part of starting this is to build a healthy routine. If you can build a healthy routine that you keep coming back to every day and you're consistent with that healthy routine, then you can start tailoring this down and getting stuff a lot more minute. But don't try to do that at the beginning. You're going to overwhelm yourself. You're going to give it a couple weeks and you're going to give up. Because I've been doing it for years. You'll do it a couple weeks, you'll hit it really hard, and then you'll give up. So keep it really simple. Make sure that you're seeing progress. Don't overdo it. And then as you go along, start adding more things in there, tailor it down more, and get to those short-term goals. Short-term goals are more important than long-term goals. Short-term goals is something that's obtainable, something that will excite you, something that will motivate you. So yes, it's great to look at the big picture and say, hey, I see all these people on their social media platforms. They went from super fat to now they got a six-pack. I get it, but that's a long journey. That, what you see in that 30-second video is years of work, lots of sweat, lots of tears. So focus on the short-term goals, the stuff that you can do in a couple weeks or a month. That is going to keep you on track to the next month where you can make more short-term goals and get you a little bit farther. And eventually you're going to get out there far enough where you've made huge changes and you will eventually be one of those people that you see on social media. But you have to do it in little bite sizes that you can take, because otherwise it's not going to work and you're going to give up. So I want to encourage you guys, keep pushing forward. Make sure that you stay consistent, stay on track, and you'll see results. I'm a prime example of this. I'm seeing results. The path forward's great. I'm looking forward to the future and seeing what I can do in the next month. So thanks for watching the video. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I appreciate you watching this. Have a great day.